From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Right now, get a great deal on the durable Kubota RTVX. When there's work to do and a reputation to uphold, it's built to haul it all and do it all. Half-ton capabilities with attachments to get the job done right. And industry-exclusive heavy-duty features. It's North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Now, get the RTVX for 0 down, 0% APR for 36 months or save $300.
Tractors, RTV, construction equipment. You do it all, we do it local.
Good afternoon, everyone. Quick reminder here, not this Saturday, but a week from Saturday is the Manton Apple Festival. This is kind of a personal point of view when I'm at the judges table. There's a piece of pie that I'm judging from a previous year, obviously. There's my little judging sheet here with the filling and the appearance and the crust and the total points. Just a great event. I've been judging the apple pie contest for over 20 years now. So it's going to be Saturday, October 7th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. They've got all handmade crafts, apple products and pies, food vendors, live music. The apple pie baking contest, of course, is the main event for me, 17 and under and the adult. Judging starts at 10 a.m. And if you are going to be participating in the event, make sure your pie is dropped off by 9:30 that morning. So be sure to check it out. And by the way, Manton Apple Festival Committee has been gracious enough to allow me to have a booth after the apple pie contest, and you can come and ask me questions about Weather NorCal. I'll have a little bit of swag out there as well, so be sure to come on out and say hello. I'd love to see you. Here's what we've got going on. Here's the deal. Dry and mild today. Temperatures are going to be pretty much what they were yesterday, just a tad warmer. Possible showers for all of Northern California by Friday, and not to mention even for many of us on Saturday as well. Highs kind of going up and down over the next 7 to 10 days, but staying most likely below normal in that range period. Here you can see we've had some colder air to our north. We've got a system up to our north here. It's this right here that's kind of heading our way as we go into Friday and Saturday, and we're going to start to see some of those changes. Now today is what I like to call a beautiful day. Right? Because we're talking temperatures mid-80s for the valley, 60s and 70s for the mountains, and probably somewhere in the mid to upper 60s here, low to mid-60s that is here for the coast. But you see how it's dry. We're not even seeing much in the way of cloud cover even for the coast. Then we take you into Friday. This is where things get more interesting, because by noon on Friday, the clouds, especially to the west of the valley, but we're starting to see increasing clouds for everyone, but still fairly dry. I think through the morning hours, the north coast, Trinity County, Western Siskiyou County are going to see some stray showers and some, maybe even a passing heavier shower at points, especially for parts of Del Norte County. Now, we take you into the afternoon and closer to the evening hours. We're beginning to really see things flare up in Siskiyou and even parts of Modoc County. You notice to the south, we're beginning to see a few pop-ups around the valley and the surrounding foothills and mountains. So we could see some activity developing, especially for Red Bluff northward. Notice Chico's still fairly dry at this point. Now I'm going to take you into about midnight. So Friday night into early Saturday morning, this is the main event. Now you'll notice the valley and then up to the north and east. So this is kind of the main line that we're seeing right here with some heavier rainfall, and not to mention the potential for thunderstorms, heavy rainfall, gusty winds, maybe some small hail, and of course not to mention the lightning as well. That is going to be an overnight type of event, because you'll notice as we go into Saturday morning, 6 a.m., it's beginning to kind of taper off a bit. Still some showers, still some lightning strikes out there, but this is all kind of shifting off to the east. Chico getting in on that as well. But you'll notice off to the west, you've got some clearing. Look at this. By the time we get into the noon hour on Saturday, what's happening is at this point, now we're on the north side of the area of low pressure as it shifts down to our south. What's going to happen is we're going to see some isolated showers for these areas here. There could even be a stray thunderstorm as well. But notice the coast, it's dry. Some of it could be making its way into Trinity County eastward. So essentially what I'm calling for on Saturday for everyone, minus the north coast, Del Norte and Humboldt counties, everyone will see the potential for a few off and on light showers. And there is going to be an off chance for a stray thunderstorm as well. Exactly where those thunderstorms will be, no one can tell. So if you have outdoor plans on Saturday, just make sure that, say for a wedding, make sure you've got maybe a backup plan just in case. It's one of those situations where there's a very good chance you may even make it through the day without maybe seeing something, but you can see just it's scattered in nature. I mean, even through 5 p.m., we're still seeing that potential for some stronger thunderstorms, especially in the second half of the day on Saturday. But watch what happens. Before we get into Sunday, let's take a look at some of the rainfall forecast totals. And as you can see here, it's kind of got this little bullseye over Red Bluff. That doesn't necessarily mean that's going to be the case, but we're kind of seeing this area here that we'll probably see the bulk of those thunderstorms here, and that's where we'll probably see most of the rainfall as well. But there are going to be some outside pockets in here that could also see some heavy rainfall with maybe a stray thunderstorm that could produce a heavy amounts of rainfall. But you get the idea here. I think this is going to be the main area here, parts of the valley, moving off to the north and east into northeastern Shasta County, Modoc County, and even parts of Siskiyou County as well. Then on Sunday, it dries out. I'm beginning to see more and more indication that even the eastern mountains will be dry on Sunday, and then taking you all the way through the end of next week, it's looking fairly dry. So we've got some beautiful fall weather in store for us going through next week. All right, here are your wave heights as we go into this afternoon. They are slowly beginning to drop. And as we go into your Friday, it looks like we're not going to see much change between 6 and 7 feet, but of course much lower as you head closer to the coast. Here's your marine forecast. You've got those winds from the north at 10 to 15 knots. Now, your low tide was at 5:35. Your high tide will be at 12:16. And, of course, no advisories at this point anymore. Here's what we have in store for us today. Temperature about 86 for Redding, 85 for Chico. So just a tad warmer than it was yesterday. We're even noticing that for the mountains, but basically in the 60s and 70s there, and in the low to mid 60s out along the coast. A dry day for everyone. It's going to be a beautiful day. A beautiful day. All right, let's take a look at that 7-day outlook. There are the thunderstorms for Mount Shasta. And I think the best chances for Friday thunderstorms will be in, say, Siskiyou County. But we could see some showers late in the day for Alturas, probably closer to the overnight hours. And that's also the case for Susanville. So really, Alturas, Susanville, very good chance it'll be dry through the day tomorrow. But then by tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, that's when we start to see those thunderstorms kick in. And then Saturday, scattered showers. And then it dries out for Sunday through the rest of next week. Now, for Redding and Red Bluff, chance for showers late afternoon and in the evening. That's when I think the bulk of any activity will start, right? And then Chico, probably more like the after sunset type of situation here. So most of the day, really, even for the valley, should be dry tomorrow, but I think the chances will pick up sooner for Redding and Red Bluff than Chico. And then we go into Saturday, some stray showers. As we were talking about the potential for showers and thunderstorms, it dries out for Sunday through next week as well. Here's your 7-day outlook for the coast. Now, I've got you on Friday, and really overall, Friday's not going to be that big of an event for the coast. Just some scattered showers out there. And then Saturday, Sunday looks dry. That's the case for the inland areas as well. Now, for Weaverville, I've got your chances in there for Friday and Saturday before it does dry out by Sunday, and not to mention going through at least the middle, if not into the latter part of next week.